there is only one Lord of the Ring, and he does not share power.
After Gandalf had informed Frodo of the Shadow of the Past, describing in great detail the background story of Sauron and the Ring, Gandalf departs Bag End as a feeling of foreboding is deep on his mind. On the outskirts of the Shire, near the land of Bree, Gandalf comes across none other than Radagast the Brown, who evidently was searching for his fellow Istari. It was here, through Radagast, that Gandalf learned the Nine had arisen, disguised as riders in black. Upon hearing this shocking revelation, the Grey Wizard was inquisitive of how this information came to be. Of course, it was Saruman who advocated Radagast to deliver this news to Gandalf, whilst requesting his immediate counsel in his quarters of Isengard. Radagast had already lost too much time in search of the wizard. The western lands of the Shire were unknown to him. Gandalf had a difficult decision to make. He was made to know that the riders were requesting for news of a land known as the Shire. Through Radagast, Saruman had made clear that he would aid Gandalf if needed, though he must seek his aid at once, or it would be too late. Saruman, being the greatest of the Istari, brought Gandalf hope, and he chose to seek the counsel of Saruman, for he long studied the arts of the enemy himself. Gandalf believed Saruman would provide him with knowledge on defeating the Nazgul, so he chose the path of Isengard.
I must see the head of my order. He is both wise and powerful. Trust me, Frodo. You'll know what to do.
Before taking leave, Gandalf claimed that he will need Radagast to gather news from birds and beasts, bearing any information to the wizards of Isengard. Staying the night in Bree to rest and consider matters, Gandalf comes to the conclusion that he has no spare time to visit Frodo or the Shire, departing Bree at dawn for Isengard. If you've seen my last video, this is when Gandalf wrote a message for Frodo and trusted Mr. Butterbur, the innkeeper of the Prancing Pony, to cast the message to Bag End, although he would forget. Riding his horse through the rock circumference of Isengard, he is met by Saruman near the entrance of Orthanc. An uneasy feeling was adrift. Gandalf recognized Saruman was abnormal, which was strange as he never detected unusual behavior from Saruman's messenger. The head of the Istari claimed that the power of the elves and men of Numenor are over, and a new power, in the form of Sauron, is on the rise.
We must join with him, Gandalf. We must join with Sauron.
Refusing to join Saruman in his treachery, and declining to abandon Frodo to torment and death by confirming the halfling possessed the One Ring in the Shire, Gandalf was left imprisoned on the pinnacle of Orthanc. Concealing his mind and deceiving his messenger Radagast for the ploy of sincerity was the undoing of Saruman's plot, for Gandalf had requested that birds and beasts bring any news to Isengard. Gwaihir the Eagle was sent as a messenger to bear the news of the gathering of wolves, the mustering of orcs, Gollum's escape from Mirkwood, as well as reports of the Nazgul. Searching for the wizards, Gwaihir the Windlord spotted Gandalf on the pinnacle of Orthanc, gathering him and taking him to Edoras, where Gandalf acquired Shadowfax, being the first to tame and mount the horse of the Riddermark, whilst discovering the evil already at work with the curse of Saruman upon their king. This is the canon story of Gandalf's fortunate escape with the aid of Gwaihir. The moth scene in the film was a necessary Peter Jackson adaptation to connect Gwaihir's rescue, which wouldn't make sense with the exclusion of Radagast from the original trilogy. In my last video, we explored Gandalf's events post his taming of Shadowfax, so check that one out too if you haven't yet. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe for more Lord of the Rings content. Until next time, Melonin, Hanonle for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of Lord of the Rings Theory. Namari.
Embrace the power of the ring, or embrace your own destruction.
Renewed shall be